interruptions that we have had, and we shall not waste much time. Let's go straight to the point. Good morning, Miriam, in the headquarters in Nairobi.
A very good morning to you, and indeed we apologize to our viewers over that technical mishap. And before we had that, I was just taking us through the headlines, so I'll just do that very quick and then we get to our point, our topic of discussion this morning. The Standard newspaper, Kalonzo's big no to Raila vetting panel. That is the main headline. Crowded presidential race poses major nightmare. The story is on page 6. Schools defy order on fees and other items. You'll find that on page 4. Kenya Power dilemma over high supply. You'll find that on page 24. And farms that rose and fell with Kibaki regime. That is on a special report on page 14 and 15. On the Standard newspaper, the Star newspaper, the main headline, eyes on Kalonzo as Raila deputy selection begins. Allies insist he does not need to be interviewed for the role. The story is on page 4 and 5. Just up there, don't blame Ruto, you pushed him out, DP's brigade tells president on page 7. Tifa surveys puts Odinga ahead of Ruto in Nairobi, Makueni and Mombasa. That is on page 8. And Mr. Sankok questioned over son's suicide. That is also forms part of the pictorial on the Star newspaper. And Ranebaga Kibaki scolded anti-accord aides in my presence. The story is on page 2. The Daily Nation, the main headline, the next president, and then we see the next deputy president, and then we see some possible faces there. And Sankok's son killed in gun incident had refused to go back to school. That is on page 7. Court face off after police bosses ignore order to reinstate pay. The story is on the back page. And how do I make my car battery go the extra mile? That is on the motoring section. On the inside, it's a pull-out every Wednesday on the Daily Nation. So that is what we have on the leading newspapers in the country this morning. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Miriam. Thank you for that. And let's look at one of the things that I've picked from that newspaper. The question of the panel, the vetting panel. Sorry, where the plane is passing. The vetting panel was not necessary, really. I think here, Azimio Raila Odinga went wrong there. There was no need of a vetting panel. His Excellency, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, among the people he has, he knows who will carry the day. He knows the person he can work with properly. Please, I am completely fed up with this whole thing of Kalonzo. Yesterday, I wrote a very long analysis. Kalonzo is just pulling us back. The time is not there. And let Kalonzo, if he has no intention of being in Azimio, just call Raila and say, okay, I'm going to stand as an independent candidate. Or yes, he can, as a presidential candidate, because presidential candidates have not yet been presented. I think the way I see Kalonzo wants to stand independently. Yes, he wants to go on the ballot as a presidential candidate himself in order to force a rerun. That's what they are planning. They just want to force a rerun on this, or a runoff, what you call a rerun, not a rerun, but a runoff. If the vote is less than 50+1, there will be a runoff so that we get the outright winner. That's what Kalonzo and Mudavadi and Wetangula and the other people have in mind with Ruto. If you can see the statement of Ruto right now, Ruto is saying, oh, he's in opposition, but he's very sympathetic with Kalonzo. Who is he, that guy there? Who is he? Why doesn't he stick his mouth in his party? Deal with your party. You also give us a candidate. Yeah, you cannot be saying you have a candidate when you're poking your nose in Azimio, when you haven't also told us who is your candidate. You are the one confusing Azimio. So Kalonzo, if he's not very, very clear and he doesn't know what he wants, let him pack and ship. Election is not a matter of days. We are not going to die because Ruto has become a president of the Republic of Kenya. Stupid. Wenda, He's not the first president in the world we have seen, Miriam. Have we? Hapana. Hapana. This is not a matter of life and death. You will not kill everybody in the world. Okay? Some of us have been threatened. Some of us have been told so many things. Some of us have been, concocted so many things on us. I am not bothered. If Ruto becomes the president of Kenya, I am not going to die. Because Ruto has become a president of Kenya. Let's be honest, Miriam, on that. Yes. Kwambiane ukweli sasa. I don't know what you want to say because we are two of us. Either we talk, we have to talk. There's no other person here today. Well, look, we have had enough of Kalonzo's drama. We did analyze, we thought, okay, the mountain has got a pitfalls of insanity. But at the moment now, it looks like we are left with no option but to go with somebody from the mountain, because the partner who came to Azimio willingly has started giving conditions that without him, what about if we go with him and we lose an election? What explanation will he give us? Can he also make an undertaking to Raila that if he is chosen, we shall not lose an election? So these are some of the things. Martha Karua, and most of the Kenyans watching us and listening, there is one problem they have. They read the name of Matsanga, but they don't read what I write because of stupidity. Political probative value. That's all. You don't need the interview. Miriam, you don't need a panel. Raila Odinga is a statesman, a liberator. He knows who is better to work with.
I totally agree with you. I think that is the biggest blunder Azimio has made. Those are conversations that they should have had with the stakeholders behind the doors and then agree on who would be best. But
these people here are saying, "Oh, we are advising president, we are doing this rubbish."
No, that's a big mistake.
Unfortunately, I am in it. I can't run away from it because I support the legacy of President Uhuru Kenyatta until the end when he hands over. He's my friend. I've done it voluntarily. I'll do it up to the end. But this is becoming childish. There is childish stupidity of the highest degree. I'm sorry. You cannot go on up, back, forth, left, come, this, what, go. Kalonzo, Mudavadi, Wetangula had a plan to force a runoff. But because Mudavadi is a very hungry man for money, he ran fast and got the money from Ruto. So it is paining Kalonzo, who was left behind. Those guys are comfortable with money. They don't care. They are not bothered whether they are running mate or not. They have money on their account. Why are we not talking the truth? If you want good politics, facts, let the truth be told. Martha Karua has value as a woman. And if you choose her to accompany Raila Odinga as a woman, all women will struggle to come and vote. Now Ruto has failed to choose a woman on his side. He's poking his long nose up this way. I sympathize with who? I sympathize with Kalonzo. Take him. Kalonzo has come to Azimio, and Kalonzo has now disturbed the peace in Azimio. He doesn't want to talk to Giru. He doesn't want to talk to Kibwana. He doesn't want to talk to Mutua. Stupid. Stupid. Very stupid. I'm sorry. He's the same age like me. What will he do? He just beats me by 2 years. He's 69, I'm 67. I've seen a lot of these things in the world. Kwenda, what diplomacy is this? That you are a diplomat. One leg you are here, you are dug. You think Ruto will give you money. Go and get the money. Unasumbua watu kabisa. And I don't know why Raila is also messing us. I have never supported Raila before. This is the first time I'm supporting Raila. Miriam, I'm telling you in the name of God. The last I supported Raila was 1982. Yes. And I don't want to disclose that here. I've been in a struggle for a long time. We have been in Kenya. We have been in all these struggles. Kwa nini tunaleta hii mambo ya ushenzi? This is stupidity of the highest degree. Why is Raila that a panel to do what? You just tell the President Uhuru Kenyatta, I want Martha Karua or I want Kalonzo. Election is not a matter of death, life and death. Please. Miriam, I'm telling you, I don't, now where I am, I don't care who, if they don't want help, let them have it. They are not campaigning on the ground. They are busy arranging meetings and paying more money for those meetings in hotels. While the local people there need to be talked to be convinced. There are no people on the ground convincing people. Haki ya Mungu ya what he please let this be told. We are in a mess. Azimio is in a mess. Let the president not think it is not in a mess. It is in a mess, Mr. President. Another one goes and says, we don't need the president to come here. Rubbish. That is a leader of opposition, of government. These are the people. He even failed to get a constituency in Kipilipili. The other time he was floored by somebody you can't even imagine. And he's going to be failed again. He's now saying the president should not come, and I might. President Uhuru Kenyatta, as soon as he goes to that region, people will respect him. They look at him as their leader, Miriam. Am I wrong? Am I wrong, surely? If Uhuru starts going to Mount Kenya and mops the whole country with Raila, are there no people who support Uhuru in this country? Surely. And then you say should not campaign. Is that a statement? Are you undermining the same Azimio? Hii watu gani wanatoka wapi?
But looking at the probative value, like you've said there, comparing Martha Karua and Kalonzo Musyoka, I think at this point the votes they bring will be a key factor when we're looking at the value they're bringing in support of why they should be the deputy president in Azimio. For Martha Karua, I don't know if it has anything to do with the female voters she will bring. I don't think that will really matter to the women out there who are looking to vote. But outside of that, because what you're looking at is the votes from Mount Kenya, is she able to galvanize votes and bring them to Azimio? What votes is she bringing? Yes, because at the end of the day, that is the bottom line.
That's a good question you have asked, and I'm going to answer it this way. The moment Mount Kenya sees nobody, this is where the catch-22 is. The moment they see nobody on there, Miriam, forget about their vote. So the basic gamble is gamble with Martha Karua. There will be sympathy vote.
And what about the Ukambani votes, which might be affected because of that?
The Ukambani, we have 3 governors already. You think they're animals? They don't have people? We shall share the vote. Yes, share the vote. We shall share. Look, Kalonzo is not sincere. It would be the best vote, I'm telling you. Miriam, Ukambani would be the best vote for Raila. But at the moment, let Raila put it at like 900,000 he will get. And then we go. We leave the rest for Ruto. Honestly, tuwache aende naye. Kama anataka kuolewa kwa Ruto, aolewe. Lakini to pick the votes we have, we come and concentrate on this rich, far rich. Why Ruto is pushing for Kalonzo to either inject himself from there and join him or to be appointed a running mate is because he wants to go and bring another one. He wants to tell the mountain that, you see, if I don't select Ruto, if I don't select Musalia Mudavadi, have you seen? Kalonzo will bring the vote to Raila. So let me also select Musalia Mudavadi. He has a headache there. And now, why they don't want Martha Karua? Because he is fixed on somebody else. Even if you put Martha Karua and the Speaker of National Assembly, Okindiki, Martha Karua is a woman and she is very hard on corruption. If she talks about corruption during the campaign, that I will go there and fight corruption. If I don't fight it, I'll resign. People will give the vote. People in Kenya are looking for the people, a person who can fight and kill corruption. Miriam, believe me or not, that is the only person we shall get here.
But on this one, Kalonzo refusing to attend that panel, I would try to understand where he's coming from, and perhaps he does not have to go through that. And I think we have agreed from the get-go that putting up this panel was just a terrible idea from the start.
That one, done, okay, yes. That one, I agree with you.
You should not go through that panel.
No, but the panel should have not been there in the first place.
In the first place, yeah. So if
yes, what was the need? Why did Raila allow the panel to be there? There was no need of the panel. Mm-hmm. There is no need. There was no need of this stupid panel.
That was a poor oversight.
Stupid.
That was a poor oversight.
It is very bad to select a panel. No. It wasn't very good. The candidate would have sat down quietly
behind the scenes.
Yes, come with 2 names and say amongst them with Uhuru Kenyatta and other people. Say, look, these are the possibilities. Now you have caused a political backlash. Mm-hmm. Even if you elect a candidate and the one does not appear on the panel, what are you going to do? You are giving Kalonzo a time to escape from your Azimio. Mm-hmm. Am I being heard properly? I hope the clip really comes out.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the 7-member panel comprises Bishop Peter Njenga, Archbishop Kitui Senator Enoch Wambua, Michael Orwa, Dr. Noah Wekesa, and Sheikh Mohammed Khalifa, and Beatrice Askul Moe. I don't know why people keep saying that. Who is that? Soon a member of parliament is part of this panel. He's not. You've heard the names of the people who shall be interviewing, but nevertheless, the panel was a terrible idea for Azimio. We agree on that. Otherwise, this public spectacle actually will not be there.
With due respect, Bishop Njenga, I like him so much. He was my provost. He was the provost of Bishop Njenga was the provost of All Saints Church during the worst times of Kenya. There is no time I ever missed a sermon in All Saints Church in 1985, 86, when I was in Kenya. Miriam, you hear me? He is very good. Therefore, that's okay. He's a good person. But the panel is not supposed. He's now denting his name here. Because if you come up with Martha Karua, there will be a backlash. And the man who is putting fire, unaona fire, that oh, I am on this side but I sympathize with Kalonzo, is the one putting the fire to make sure that, because for him he has also gone down, already selected his candidate, but he wants to destabilize Azimio. So why is Raila sleeping on the job here? Doesn't Raila see the mess? He can call off this panel now. There's no need. Call off the panel. This man disbanded the panel.
Don't you think the
and then you go back? Yes, you go back.
Done? Has the damage already been done, and the mistrust and all this spectacle we see playing out?
No, if you dismantle the panel today, the damage will be small. You go back to talking loose. Kalonzo has just said they are not part of any campaign as from now. So what do you mean? What do you want to have? If Raila has a problem with Kalonzo, let him also tell us. Kalonzo has said his problem. He agreed. He said he will never support Raila for the third time. But later on he agreed, he came. Now if Raila has a problem with Kalonzo, also tell President Uhuru Kenyatta, let him not the chairman of Azimio, sit them down, they tell us where the problem is.
Yeah, and also Kalonzo has been on record saying that he was promised that position was for him. So that's why he does not understand all these other issues around that. That was the promise before he joined Azimio.
Yeah, these people need to be put on Facebook now. No, to Tachafuana, because that's better. That's the best way we can deal with Raila also. Because Raila is not telling us the truth. What problem does he have with Kalonzo? And we are not going to keep quiet. If it is Tuju, we shall go for Tuju. Yes, because I know where Tuju is, there is always a mess. Me, I tell you the truth. I swear my name here. There is always a mess where Tuju is. I don't know why. These people. Man, I am being insulted on everywhere. Like a kid. Because of this. You think if I were writing good things about Ruto, I would be insulted here? They would give me like 200,000 likes. But because I'm standing on the side which they don't like, and I'm opposing them, one single man, I'm fighting the whole army of Tanga group on social media. Who show me? Pauline Njoroge comes second. He only looks at my work and then writes. Why am I suffering this? Why should we suffer? No, if Raila has a problem, Miriam, with Kalonzo, aseme hiyo kitu ikuwe wazi, tujue hapa we cannot solve. But now these two guys are killing Azimio dream. Other people are busy on the ground. They have been campaigning for 4 years. You have not even campaigned for even 2 months. The speed at which Ruto will be campaigning when they release, he will be campaigning like 5 counties. Raila could be taking 2 counties a day, of which the time might not be there. Why are we wasting time on the boardroom, collecting more money, paying for commission to sit there? They are earning money. They are taking millions and millions that we are vetting. You Kenya, Miriam, let's close the chapter. My sister, let's close. Are we the only people to suffer for this? What do we gain out of talking and breaking our no, honestly, what for? If people don't take your advice, you leave it. I've been telling, listen. I've been telling people that there is Elengoya Marakwet, there are rebels there. Those are not cattle rustlers, they are rebels. And people call me a madman. Now look at the type of life that they have brought in Kapedo and those areas. Those are not cattle rustlers. These are well-trained rebels who have been trained specifically for dismantling this country after elections and before elections and during elections. Hey, oh my God. Hey, I speak from experience, Miriam. I've been there. I've seen politics. I've studied politics. The political progressive values, put them here. What are they? Mafakarua comes from Kikuyu land. She's a Kikuyu. You might say she's a single lone ranger. She might not get votes, but she's a Kikuyu, which has got 80 million votes. If people see her on the ballot, they will give you the vote. Kalonzo Musyoka is Kamba kingpin, but 3 governors are also kingpin there. They have 1 seat without him. Hallelujah. How many votes in Kamba? 1.2, the main Kamba area. Is it 1.2 or 2 point something? Then there is Kamba. And what Kalonzo has done, he picks Sonko, a thief from Nairobi, and takes Sonko to disrupt in Mombasa. I teach political science. Tell me, even Wazungu listen to me. Hello? Hello? When I speak in London, they listen to me. They don't care about the accent. They care about the material, which is coming out of strategy. We are not being tactical at all. You take Kalonzo. Kalonzo now came back to Nairobi and put. Why is he dividing us? Why is he dividing us, this group here? What is this going on with Uhuru Kenyatta? Where are these advisors of the president? What is going on? What is going on now here? It is very sad when you see this type of confusion between, or you bring another candidate in, you bring a candidate in Nairobi. There is a senatorial candidate or a woman rep there, Pasaris. Kalonzo brought another one yesterday. So this is not a man. Miriam, those are what we call political progressive values. Kalonzo on that one, he has lost. Kalonzo on Sonko, he has lost. Sonko can be popular. He can take the buses, everything to Mombasa. But already Azimio has got a candidate in Mombasa, gubernatorial seat. Why should you, if you are really genuine, Miriam, why do you carry a man and then place him there? Unless you are preparing for your own. Because he knows in Mombasa, 3/4 of the voters are Kamba. Therefore, they will easily age out Abdallah Salam, is Abdel Nasir something, that general, the MP for Vita. be edged out by the Kamba vote. So you look at that. Those are probative indicators. What is the probative value of Kalonzo now? When it comes to silent diplomacy, Kalonzo is a diplomat. He has negotiated peace in Somalia, in South Sudan, where? Why does he talk too much on pulpit on top of the roof? Unless he has some people who have held him hostage. He should sit down, agree to go to the meeting with President Uhuru Kenyatta. And I don't know what they do in these meetings. Either they look at each other and laugh and then come out and issue statements. People should tell them the truth. And for me, the way I see, I become a stakeholder because if Kenya election is not stable, East Africa and Africa will have chaos. Therefore, as an African, I have a right to speak about it. Why do you want the American ambassador to speak about Kenyan election and I don't talk about Kenyan election? Miriam, niambie, tell me one thing. Is the American ambassador your relative? I am a relative. I have relatives across the river Wakaka and the Marikisi. I have relatives. Wabukare is my relative. Is he not doing a good job in Kenya? Mudi Owori is a relative. Is he not doing a good job in Kenya, Miriam? Tell me they are destroying Kenya. Huh? Is East Africa? I shouldn't talk about Kenya, sure. Niambie. Then American ambassador can come and talk, which is the second topic that is coming top of the hour. A donor has a hand in an election. And we have 47 hope. Is it a comedy? Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. And before we end the show, perhaps you just...
We are not ending the show. We have 47. We haven't tackled the 47 hopefuls.
Yes, and that is where I wanted to bring us this morning. And we do have the story on the front page of the Standard newspaper. A crowded presidential race poses a major nightmare. The story is on page 6. So let's just get a bit of that, and then we continue with our conversation. The presidential election is likely to present a logistical nightmare for the electoral agency, which will have to print the longest ballot paper. By yesterday midnight, the registrar of political parties had cleared 47 independent candidates to contest for the presidency. In addition to this number is presidential hopefuls being sponsored by political parties, including Deputy President William Ruto and ODM leader Raila Odinga and businessman Jimmy Wanjigi. If those who have presented themselves for the top seat are all cleared by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, the country will have the largest number of presidential candidates at 53. Yesterday, 7,213 aspirants had been cleared to vie in the August 9th general election. Beside the 47,106 were given the green light to vie for the governor's seat, 147 to seek the Senate seat, 110 women representative positions, and 958 MPs, and 5,845 for MCAs. Presentation of nomination papers to IEBC by presidential candidates in political parties and in independents will take place from May 29th to June 6th. So we are looking at should all these candidates be cleared at a ballot paper that will have about 53 names as the presidential candidates.
First of all, Miriam, it is a pity. It all goes back to structural challenges and obstacles that countries in Africa face. All individuals in any country are entitled to become president, vice president, deputy president, as long as you are Kenyan. But you must look at the side effects, Miriam. As much as the Constitution under Chapter 6 and the other chapter of human rights, is it Chapter 7 or 6? Basic rights, human rights. I think Chapter 6, that is on the credibility, the suitability of candidates. And then there is the one for human rights.
That is Chapter 4.
Chapter 4 of the Constitution of Kenya.
Yeah.
There it gives you the human right, the existence as a citizen, to have bail, to be bailed out. There is a way we can stop this stupid movement of wrong things. It is good to have such a constitution. But at the same time, Miriam, I want you to think, the same constitution goes to say, everybody, as long as you gather 2,000 people from each county, 2,000 from how many counties? 25. Which will make 1,000 people, 10,000 people. 10,000. So each presidential candidate, 25 counties, you must gather signatures of 2,000 voters. It now gives you the morale to come and say, I also want to be a president. Okay, 47. Then the Constitution goes further to say, if one of them, during that time, when they have been declared as candidates, one of them dies. Did you know that? God forbid. Someone goes and gets a gun and kills himself, like my friend's son, and shoots himself. Do you know where Kenya would be? Do you know where Kenya would be, Miriam? I'm asking.
Yeah, I do know the repercussions of that.
Yeah, there will be no election.
If something happens, then it has to be perhaps postponed once the candidates have been cleared to run.
So we have a problem there. The same constitution, it makes us have as many as possible. It's a structural challenge. So those who refuse BBI are now seeing the BBI was seeking to say, to tighten, you get my point, to tighten the rope before you qualify even to say, I'm a hopeful, Miriam. You must pass certain grades. But as we are talking, the subject that I've been avoiding to talk, you are asking me every day, what about where they were told, you go. Whether you have a case or no case. And now we have given people hopefuls, people to go. They will use money to Ghana. They will use money to Ghana. There's 10,000 people. I'm telling you. And out of 47, you are not going to. And you know what? What is 200,000 shillings? What's 200,000 shillings? A person will pay the 200,000 shillings. That can be collected by 200,000 people. Or friends of this man, they will collect the money. Each friend, if he has 5, 20, 10 children, each child will bring 10, that's 100. So, Miriam, in essence, we are in chaos, a very big chaos, and we must tell the truth that 47 presidential candidates is too much for an economy, a country of Kenya like this one. Therefore, there must be a new safeguards to select the hope, to remove the hopeful. I'm telling you, even IEBC, guess what? IEBC is having.
It is a nightmare.
IEBC is a very big nightmare.
It's a nightmare, but you see, according to the Constitution, I think it's easier for people to meet this requirement. They're not very stringent, so that's why we have this many people vying for this position. And perhaps just to remind Kenyans of some of these presidential candidates' requirements, a person seeking to run for the office as a president in Kenya should have certified copies of educational qualifications, certificates including a degree certificate in accordance with Section 22 of the Elections Act 2011 and Regulation 47 of Elections Regulations 2012, a copy of national ID or a valid passport, a passport-size photograph with white background, if a party candidate, a nomination certificate duly dated and signed by an authorized official of the party, an electronic and printed copy of at least 2,000 supporters from each of the majority counties in prescribed form submitted to IEBC, and for independent candidates, a symbol to be used during the election approved by IEBC 21 days before nomination day, and candidates are also required to pay a nomination fee of 200,000 and 100,000 for aspirants who is considered a youth or a woman or person with disability. So those are very minimum requirements if any person wants to run as the president in this country. So the Constitution allows them to run.
That's why I've said Miriam is a structural challenge in the Constitution. It's a constitutional structural challenge. Because anybody will have a degree, yes. Will have an ID, yes. Will have a passport, a photograph. You can go to down the shops and have one or two. They want two passports.
With a white background, easy.
Yes.
So maybe if we can solve this madness of, I know we are very, our democracy is very dynamic. If we can solve the issues with political parties and get solid political parties build on ideals and agendas that are very clear, that it's easier for people to identify with, maybe that will help with the mushrooming of many parties, as we have seen in the country every electioneering period. And so maybe that will help if you're able to build stronger parties where it's easier for people to know where they sit. But as it is right now, there's no way you can tell them no, because they meet the requirement in the Constitution, so they're going to present themselves. Others, I'm reading through the list of these names. I've not heard of them. I don't know them. I don't know, and so are many other Kenyans out there. So, but Nigeria had about 2 years ago. 74 candidates, remember? The last election, and they managed. So, I mean.
Last election, we had how many?
No, I'm saying Nigeria had, the last elections Nigeria had in 19, they had 74 candidates, if I'm not, either 71 or 74, but it was very high.
Yeah, but look at the population. Look at the population of Nigeria and the vast country, the big country. 74 is not bad.
But it is still too much. Even in Kenya, it's too much.
It is too much. It is too much. We shall look at it in the other. It is too much, but when you look at 220 million people versus 50 million Kenyans having 47 presidents.
We are spoiled for a choice, so Kenyans don't complain that you have to vote for either two. You have other 40-something to choose from, so you're spoiled for, you have options.
Yeah, but who has ever been?
Because Kenyans keep complaining they don't have options. They're forced to either choose between Raila or Ruto. No, you have other options, I guess. But a lot of these people, I have not heard of them. I don't even know them at all. So it's.
I bet
this is hectic.
None of those people who are independent, none of the people who are independent are going to be able to canvass the 47 counties. So if you have made democracy to be good, also make it to be sweet. No, Miriam, if you have made democracy to be available to everybody, make it to be available to everybody. Let it be sweet to the citizens. But at the moment, the democracy in Kenya is only sweet. You have just said that we are spoiled for choice. You know, you are one of the elite voters.
No, I go and I queue. I'm not elite. I go and queue and vote. I'm not an elite, but I'm just
No,
saying.
but you are an elite voter. You are educated. There are some voters that they just go there to see where is Kenyatta and where is Raila or where is Ruto.
So they look at the faces that they tick.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that before we leave that, look, 47. Even if you chose 16 out of 47, can you look at this book? How long will the ballot paper look like?
It's going to be a logistical nightmare for sure.
So,
and it's not just 47 have been cleared. Remember, Raila and Ruto have not, and Jimmy Wanjigi have not taken their papers there to be cleared. So we are possibly from the list from the IEBC.
We might have
possible 53 candidates. Possible, with others who also I think are still in the process of being vetted. So it is.
So we can see Gladwell has joined us. Your power has come back, like our power. Yours came back and went off again. We are back fully. So we have talked about Kalonzo. We have now finished. We are on this 47 gentlemen and a lady. Is there a lady as a president?
Doc, I'll be honest. I saw that the 47, we got 47 presidential aspirants, but how many do we know as a country? We only know of 2. So as the rest, where are they coming from?
No, do you not know Jimmy Wanjigi? I think he's there.
Okay, somebody like Jimmy Wanjigi, fine, yes, he's there, but kuongea ukweli, can he be a president in Kenya with the scandal? And then I also look at somebody who is campaigning for him, Eric Omondi, for Christ's sake.
Mm-hmm. And we do have people like Brian Oluoch, Peter Solomuzi, David Muhia, James Kamau, Eliud Mathiora, Stanley. I mean, the list goes on. So as before,
who are those, Miriam?
These are presidential. You should know your presidential candidates, Gladwell.
Yeah, I know. Yes, but where are they campaigning? Where are we now? Do we have how many Kenya do we have? Do we have another country known as Kenya apart from the one we have?
The question you've asked me, I think that is the question many Kenyans will be asking because I've not heard of these people at all. So Kenyans will be going to the ballot paper and asking, and who are these other people? They don't campaign. We don't know them. So I don't know why. Anyway, we are a democratic country, and people fought for multi-party democracy. So there you have it. You can't have your cake and eat it.
Miriam, you can't have a cake and eat when you have a bed sheet as a ballot paper. This ballot paper of Kenya, if you have 47 guys, you will have a bed sheet. The ballot paper, you can cover yourself in bed because it is cold. You cover where Gladwell is, cover yourself with the ballot paper of Kenya. So with the rate of literacy that we have in these African countries, that's one. The time of 5, opening up at 6, closing at 5, the polling stations. A population of 21 million people going to vote this time if the register is not destroyed. Because we don't know how many people are on the register. Some are dead.
They're cleaning up for today.
Yeah, they're cleaning up. There's a mess there already. Miriam, you know very well, yesterday we traced the mess. The mess we stressed yesterday was very clear that the IEBC abrogated and destroyed the Constitution. 6 months, you must display this register. Allow people who have not registered to go back to register.
Mm-hmm. And Kenyans have 1 month to verify.
1 month to verify.
Details.
Okay. If I want to verify and change where I want to vote, where's the time? That's why we gave 6 months. And the money has given us only 3 months. This election will be nullified. This election, we are wasting your money. Miriam, somebody will go to court and nullify this election. It will be very well done. You have got the winner, but on those grounds, there were no ample time of election. You need only to register now. In fact, people are running to court to register that complaint so that when it comes back, you know the point. When it comes back, he will say, I went to court and they did not hear my case. So people have already put this election to fail. It's already a failure. You can't tell people that from today onwards, you can't, okay, if you are 18 years, and you are not in the country, and you want to vote, they tell you you can't vote. That's why they put it there 6 months, you display the register. People continue to register into those 6 months. If my name is not there, you go to the polling station and say, I registered, but my name is not there. But at the moment now, there will be no time for you to complain to who and where and how. No, that complaint is not there. That complaint alone, Miriam, by law, manages you to take you back to court, to the Supreme Court. They will nullify it. Allah.
Okay.
Yeah, we still have, by the way, we still have 6 other applications. So we haven't gone through them. And whoever loses in the High Court will go to appeal court. Whoever loses in the appeal court will go to the Supreme Court. And so all of them touch the presidency. So you can apply direct to the Supreme Court. So when is the Supreme Court going to sit? I'm asking, I'm not a voter. We have set to fail. Medium, this election was set to fail. Yesterday you raised a very serious question of 6 months. No publication of voters register is a crime. You have already committed a crime. We are actually illegally holding. So, you know we are illegal. This is what Kurigina told you. This is the other one was just a wedding. This is going to be a world war. Yes, because in that one, 2007, we didn't know who was the winner and the loser. But this one, we have already planned who is going to cry most. 2 men, front runners, none of them accepts the results on first instinct. None. And they have been on one side. It is only for the first time they are now on one in different. They have been all along in 19. You know, Ruto was in 2007 was on the side of Raila Odinga. Yes. Yes. Let's talk the truth. And then you saw what happened here. This other side. Okay, if you look at the crimes that were paraded in the ICC, retaliation, people went to retaliate, to fight back, not to start. While Ruto was charged even more, with more accounts, you notice that Ruto's charge sheet was more loaded because he was he provoked. They started the fight. The other started to defend its people. Go and research on the ICC indictments. So Ruto and Raila are 2 people who have never said it is over. Now we are preparing an election badly to allow them to come and fight. We have a problem here. On top of that, you are crowding the place. The ballot paper will be as big as a bed sheet. maybe because August will be a cold time. We need the ballot paper to cover ourselves.
It has happened in other jurisdictions, so I'm sure IBC will figure out something. Plus, like I said there,
Miriam, other jurisdictions, like where?
like
In Nigeria.
Nigeria and others.
No, Nigeria had the presidential candidate 74. You are right. But Nigeria has money. The people there have money. Corruptly, they have accumulated wealth.
Also, Nigeria has the population of the most poorest people in the world. So there you go.
And then, tell me in Kenya, among the 47 candidates, whom none of you knows, apart from Wanjigi, Ruto,
Well,
and
yeah, I don't know how serious they are about actually running.
And Ekuro Ekot, don't forget Ekuro Ekot.
Is he running?
I can mention, and I can mention about 5. Ekuro Ekot, Karui, Dr. Karui, Jeff Karui, Ekuro Ekot, Jimmy Wanjigi, William Ruto, and Raila Odinga. And then the other guy called Kagame. That one I've seen them, I know them physically. But the rest I've never seen them. And Wachikoya. There is that, don't forget the candidate called Wachikoya, the man for Bangi. The guy who wants to legalize Bangi.
Yeah, he's really embraced that spirit. I don't know if you've seen his latest photos, but yeah, he's not here yet, and that's why I think these 47 have been cleared. So the rest are still, I think, through the process or are yet to submit their.
Even he chose a woman. He chose a woman of credibility, a very powerful lady
to be
in the business world,
That's
to be the running mate.
That's nice.
To be the running mate. He has adhered to gender balance, while the top parties are looking for men only. Kalonzo sees it, and Kalonzo always says men should have a voice. Now he doesn't want to concede. And the panel is already there. I can see Wambua. You have seen the pictures of the panel. They are already seated. And there was no need of really, as in a summary, as we summarized, Miriam, there is no need of this channel. There was no need of this tribunal. Raila Odinga and the President Uhuru Kenyatta should have sat down, back in the doors, and called all these people, the people that they think can be leaders, like Martha Karua and Kalonzo, and I called them in one place, sat them down. They had a meeting. They have the meeting. Sit down and say, look, Kalonzo, let's agree on this. Mount Kenya people would like someone to be there. Let's take this lady. But after that, but now Kalonzo has got an idea already that he's not wanted, and he has said he's not coming on the panel. Because he has been a vice president before, twice.
Yeah, and I sort of support him on that. Because the idea of the panel is ridiculous to start with.
So let's take a break, Miriam. Thank you very much, and we come back. It's 12 o'clock, 2 minutes past 12. We come back and I do the other one like yesterday, and we call it a day. I hope our power will be on, because power is fluctuating everywhere, especially the areas where your offices are located. It's fluctuating, but not me. I have not had a problem where I am at the moment. Thank you very much, viewers. The situation that was Good Morning Africa, but before I had forgotten, oh Lord, I had forgotten African news, Miriam. The African news in brief. I'll just be quick so that we give people the African news. We give people the African news, my dear. The Daily News of Zimbabwe says Monzora frets over talks. Pause. The talks, there are also peace talks going on in Zimbabwe. And the Daily Monitor of Uganda said air pollution in Kampala has got worse. Indeed, the cars, the motorbikes, the people, the noise, it has increased to a very high level. That is the Daily Monitor. Then we have ED government is corrupt. Mnangagwa's government is corrupt. Newsday of Zimbabwe, it talks of that, and there is the chairman of Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission is the one issuing a report. Then we have the Daily Telegraph of London. France urged to come clean on exhaustions. There are so many things going on in France. And then we have the Ukrainian president addressing the world. He wants also to address us. I don't know what we have in African presidents. He wants to address them. And the Guardian says Biden leaked anti-abortion ruling impels civil servants. There's something going on in the US. Johnson interview gives anger to Tory MPs. A prime minister who makes noise, who makes very many bad things on a daily basis. That is the newspaper, The Guardian. The New Vision of Uganda said MPs broke tax on land sale. That is the headline. The Punch in Nigeria says dumping rotational presidents causes crisis. I think Nigeria is moving in a very good direction. They want rotational presidents. If one came from the south, another one should come from the north or the east or the end like that. Maybe it could stabilize Nigeria. The United Nations Secretary General is in Nigeria to meet President Buhari about what is going on in that country. I hope they resolve something and they come up with something. The Daily News of Tanzania says, check Morodic Bay, clerics told. President President Samia Suluhu, President Samia has said the clerics should check the moral decay in Tanzania. Samia says, and has told the media, by the way, Miriam, we forgot to celebrate the International Media Day as journalists, but we say the one here and there in the morning I had. So it is International Journalist Day for journalism, for the media in Africa. They were all gathered in Arusha, 54 countries. And then we have the citizen of Tanzania saying, tread carefully. Samia reminds media and scribes that enda muzuri pole pole. East African Community, EU seek to enhance trade ties, export to dollars 2.6 billion. That's very good for East Africa. The Standard, we have got it. The Daily News, we have got it. The Nation of Nigeria. In the picture you can see, let us end zoning The Deputy President of Nigeria is talking about that. And then we have the Guardian intensity also for market share telecoms into retail banking. That is the Guardian of Nigeria. That is it. Miriam, thank you very much. Those are the headlines across the continent of Africa. God bless you. We come up next is diplomatic leaks on top of the hour, which is already the top of our 9 minutes past 12. We are coming back with elections. Elections in Africa on the economy. Do they weigh a lot on the economy? Do they kill a lot? We have seen in Kenya a lot of things. Now donors come in. Do donors come in? Have they put us in a tricky position so that we go into this election, then they fund us, then they ask us for accountability? Those are the things we shall discuss with Miriam and Stefano this afternoon. Thank you.